What is good, guys and girls of YouTube? My name is Justin Omoi. If you don't know me, I teach people about music on YouTube, music creating, equipment, reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. For those who's been sticking along, who's been subscribed, you may have seen that I've done a product review on this keyboard right here called the Arturia Minilab MK2. Guess what? They love me. They love me. They like, yo, son, you're amazing. Do another one. Do another one. And guess what? I'm doing another one. Yes, the Arturia DrumBrute. This is a drum synthesizer. Analog. There it says it. There. Could you see it? Hopefully. No. Crap. Whatever. It says analog drum synthesizer. Yeah. By the way, for this video, I'll be showing you the functions and what it does. I'll explain it. But in another video, I could show you like me working on it, creating on it. Perhaps I'll do it on my Beats channel. Maybe I'll do it here. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Alright, here's the box, the front that I showed y'all. Of course, that clean looking image. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for you. There you see it. Wow. Oh, okay. There's a big old thing just straight up in your face. And there's some things at the side here. Oh, these are adapters for your wall outlet. Looks like different adapters. This one's like if you got a laundry type output. I don't know. The regular American style one for most of what I know. You got this one that looks like a what's that thing called? The grill Gary Coleman type of plug. I'm guessing it's different parts of the world. Like this one, probably Europe or something. I don't know. Interesting stuff. We have the power brick here. And with the wire, as you see, here is where you would plug it in. So let's say today you feel like you're in Europe or something. It should be simple, but I'm stupid, so my bad. Okay, so you would take it, do it like this, and click. And bam, just like that, you are in Europe. You pull down, and it'll switch. So this one specific, I'll need this American one. So yeah, just like that. That is ergonomic. That is actually... Yo, y'all thinking above right now. This is 2017. Y'all in 2030. Some nice smelling foam. These are like soft. Like you would want to squeeze this and it won't break. But it feels so nice, kind of soft. Here is the beautiful. Oh, it's something you cannot eat. But I'll test that out and let y'all know if I'm dead or not. And here is the the thingamajiggy. Here's a book that'll tell you what's in there. It has my serial number on it, so not really gonna go into details there. Power on, power off, basic. Here, this thing right here, it's actually to hold your cables. It's like a cable safe measure. So if you pull it, will pull on here. It wouldn't stress out the cable wire on the bottom if it falls. And yeah, also to hold the cable wire in place. Here is the power port. You need this. You need this to be able to power up the device. So yeah, if you lose that cable wire, good luck. I don't know. Go to Radio Shack, find something similar. I don't know how that goes. Here we have the USB. This is used to connect the device. Use it as a MIDI if you wish. I wouldn't recommend it. I'll explain why in the end of the video. But you can also use this to access the MIDI control center software that comes with Arturia. This is pretty nifty. You can use it to store banks, to recall banks, to of course edit. Like there's some features that you can't access on here that you could access in there, like a time division and play and pause. You can use as a restarter, a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, definitely USB. You need it for connecting, of course, to the computer. MIDI in, MIDI out. This is MIDI in, so you could collect data from your DAW to like clock it. That's what I personally use, as well as MIDI out. This is so you could use the pads as MIDIs. You use the transport, play, stop, record as MIDI for your DAW. I'm only using the in port for, when it comes to synchronization. When it hit play in the DAW, it'll hit play on DrumBrute or DrumBrute, my bad, and it'll play everything synchronized. Here we have a clock in and clock out port. This is for the clock type devices. That'll keep everything in sync. This cool little spot here that I probably won't really access unless I have a bigger audio interface is individual outputs. Let's say you only want the kick inside of its own output rather than having it all in the mix out port. You could do that. Just go here, plug in a 1/8 jack, plug the other side into the audio interface or mixer, whatever you have. Hopefully I could get one. But yeah, this is to have it individual, to split the track into its own insert. Notice there is one for metro booming. Just kidding, it's a metronome, so you could plug the metronome out of the mix as well. Here's the mix output. Notice that there is some scratches. That's just because I miss a lot. But yeah, this is going to control the master's knob that I'll show later in the video. Here we have a level. This is a recline type of knob where you could push it and adjust the knobs, you know, volume. Is kind of hard to show you like this, but yeah, you can turn it to the right, level all the way up, turn down, level down. Yeah, you can use either a 3.5 millimeter, same thing as over here, or you can use a 1/4 TRS or headphone port like you would use in your audio interface if you have the 1/4 jack. Bit of an extra, this is a nice type of wood. I don't know what type of wood it is. You guys and girls in the comment section, y'all can let me know. But there you go. I guess I'll put more light on it. It looks pretty nice. Alright guys and girls, this is the DrumBrute when it is powered on. You can't really see the lights because I have my lights on. Let me turn it off for a sec so you can see. There, bam. Anywho, I'm going to give you the rundown on all these buttons here real quick and tell you briefly or really quick what they mean. Starting from the top, we have this little indicator. This is going to show the tempo / value. For this, it's the tempo right here, 130, which we are able to change with this dial. So bam, as you see right there. Cool. The value is going to be for like things such as swing. If you change it, you see how it changes the number here. That's, you know, the value. That's what the value means. Of course, we got the record, stop, and play button, which is, you know, pretty basic to say. We have a synchronize button. This has to deal with the MIDI. This one is set on the internal, so that's going to be whatever I want to set it to. I'm using this like a standalone product. Although you could set it to USB with the USB, the MIDI with the MIDI out and in, and clock with the clock out and clock in function or port. This knob, like I said, is going to adjust the tempo. See, as I'm tingling it, it's gonna change up whatever. And here's a button that says shift. This enables the blue mode, which here it says fine, which is going to be fine tuning the tempo. So as you see 0.9, I'll put it to 0.10. That means it's 130.10 BPM or tempo, you know, set. The button under this knob is called tap tempo. This will allow you to tap your own tempo to how you feel fitting. So if you don't know the exact number, you could be like, and as you see, it got 82. You could keep tapping it as much as you want, as long as it's in fours. But you can also change this to like maybe 2 taps in the computer. These 5 buttons here at the top are going to be the modes of the actual instrument device itself. That's going to be a song mode, bank, pattern, step, and accent. So let me go ahead and explain this real quick. Song is going to be the song that you are creating. It's going to be consisted of patterns and, you know, patterns from different banks. Bank, think of it like books. We only have 4 books though, right? And in each of the books we have 16 patterns, aka 16 pages of the book. So if you want to select, you know, the first song, select song, then go to 1. Bank, you have A, B, C, and D, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's say I want bank A, and then pattern, I want pattern 6. Bam. Just like that. If I hit play, alright, cool. What if I want a different pattern? I could do 5. Hey. So as you see, changing the pattern will change what is programmed in these steps. And speaking of steps, that's the next button. The steps, let me turn off this light so you can see better, is going to highlight the steps that are in the pattern for each measure. We can have up to 64, which is like 4 measures, I guess you could say. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, boop. That's 4 measures. The steps will be highlighted either red or blue. For step mode, you see it's blue, accent is red. This means blue button, accent red button. Alright, that's not that hard to understand. Just know blue is going to be the soft sound, where accent red is going to be the harder hit. So let me pull up close hats. Let's say I did something like this. You could tell the difference. And I'll solo this. You hear the sounds different, right? And let me change that back. Cool. You use the steps to make the patterns that you want. I'm sure y'all understand that by now. And yeah, step and accent. So that's how it works. These 16 buttons here, like I said, is going to be the step buttons. They also have shift functions as well as different types of functions. You can hold shift and change different functions, like these 5 here are time divisions. 9 is for the roller, like I said. I believe 14 is something else as well. What is 14 again? I think pattern synchronization. Let me see. Yeah, you see how it's blinking? And it'll change. We're having this off. Yeah, you see how I could immediately change the pattern like that. Up here we have output filter. This is going to be the cutoff, which is going to be the type of high pass or low pass. So go shh. Or if I put my hand like this, shh, this is going to be the knob that moves that cutoff. This button here is to activate the high pass filter. If it is deactivated, it'll be the low pass filter. Here's a resonance. This is going to be the intensity, at least, or the accent to the filter, which I'll show you. And this button here is bypass, which means it is off right now. If I put it on and I'll hit play, and if I put high pass, you hear that Q raised up. That is what that is. Down here we have pattern effects. This is going to be swing and randomness. Randomness, I'm sure y'all could tell, it'll be the amount of random stuff that will activate within the whole pattern. So if I hit play and put this to like, you could tell that the whole track sounds way different than it was before just now. So yeah, that's what randomness does. You could click current track to change just one of them. So if I hit that, and let me hit play. You can hear it being way different. I guess a better example would be with the kick. Current track, change that all the way up. Swing is going to be an accent, so if I go to close hat, or maybe a kick, I guess, and I show you the steps of the kick. With the swing, it'll basically shift the step activation. It'll shift it like whoop or whoop. So yeah, let me see. Hit play. You hear how it sounded a bit off? That's because of swing. Swing gives accents. It's not best to put on the kick. This strip right here is like a heat triggered one. You see that? It has time divisions of like 1, 4, 1, 8, 1, 16, 1, 32. This will allow you to activate or create like, let me put this on, Shift 9. Hit play. I'll do it on the clap. It's to do a roller like that. You don't have to always do it as a roller though. You could do it like this. Notice that. Cool thing about it is that once you have it playing and you do that same thing I just showed you, it does keep its counting in check. Lastly, on the top here is the master volume knob. This will allow you to control the volume of the master of the mix output. So if I hit play, it lowers down the mix output there. All the hard stuff out the way. here's the easy part, which is basically the sounds and tones and all that. Here we have a metronome. This is going to be the tick, 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 tick. So if I activate it, you could change the time division of it like that. I don't think anyone wants that last one there. A mute button, this will mute sounds that you don't want, so mute that. Or mute the snare as well. Solo button acts in the same way. See how I have this one highlighted? Only the hat. How about only the hat and the snare? How about the kick and the snare? Etc. They have buttons that says clear under it. That's if you have like, you know, like this highlight and you're like, I don't want to deactivate it one at a time. Shift clear. Shift solo. It's cleared. Over here for the kick, we have impact knob, decay knob, pitch knob, level knob, and over here a sweep knob. Just has to do with just the tone of the sound. So let's put the sweep up. It's like a pew, pew. Here's the impact. You can hear how hard it hits. Soft. It's kind of like a little high pass filter. Or low pass. Whichever. That's the ASDR, ADSR. This is like the release part. In some type of way. But yeah, decay is the way it dies out. Pitch. That's to do with the volume, the level of the sound. But yeah, you also have another kick here. It's like a 909 or 808 or 2. And practically it's the same thing with the snare. We have tone, decay, level. So yeah. And the last function up here at the top that I'll show you is going to be the mode function for some of the sounds. For this one example, we have rim, and we also have the clave or clave. For this one here, the tom high, we have the conga, like I've been playing. Or we have the tom. This is the high tom. For the low tom, couple more, we have the cymbal and the reverse. And lastly, maraca, the tambourine. You may be wondering, are you able to use more than one mode? So let's say for steps, let's say I put this one on, that one on. If I hit type, notice it does change. I'll put this one here, this one here. So as you hear, it has this sound. I'll go solo. So as you see there, and if I change the mode, it turned off the solo, but you could turn it back on because it's a different sound. And there. So you can use both of them. And that pretty much sums up the overall, analysis of this. Alright guys and girls, hopefully this video wasn't too long for y'all. And yes, don't think I forgot, I'm going to explain the one little thing that I don't like or have a problem with right now. I use a Focusrite Scarlett 2i4 interface, and when I plug in the 1.4 jack of the mix out into the interface and I plug a USB in, the USB port, that's what screws it up. When I plug it in, I get this weird electrical sound. Here, take a look or listen. So I'm not sure what the whole deal with it is. However, I am emailing, I'm talking to the people about it. Maybe they could explain it to me. If I find out the solution before I drop the video, I'll edit it in here, text, you can see what's up. other than that, I love playing with this thing. It's definitely fun to play around with. I see it more as a performance thing as well, doing it live. But you could use it in your own music, create old nights, old styles. Or you could use this in modern music, as you'll probably see on my beats channel when I make a beat using it. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I have social links if you want to follow me over there. Facebook like page, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter is what I mainly use. Snapchat and Twitter. So go ahead and check your boy out there. And if you want to see that video where I'm working on the beat and make a beat with it, that's going to be here in a little box. You can see it. I have an artist channel, beats channel, vocal effect tutorial channel. So go ahead and click on my channel if you're on a PC or mobile device. Check your boy out if you're new. Subscribe if you're new, if you want to stick along. And yeah, my name is Justin Omoi. I'm going to find Chopstick. And with that being said, peace. I'm out.